Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
Hello and good, extremely late morning to all of you. It's like 2 o'clock now. I've started the vlog. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would to just kind of go around the house and get all the slightly loose objects that would be turned into a projectile at 75-mile-per-hour winds. We've been doing that since 11 o'clock this morning, so it's been 4 hours. And it's gradually getting a lot warmer out there. I just actually had lunch, so I'm good for a little while. That was actually my first meal of the day. I didn't have breakfast, so I did have a little bit of a headache, and I didn't have anything to drink, so yeah, I was just kind of busy right off the bat. The review for that item that I was talking about yesterday is going to be coming up hopefully later. I haven't even started on the engine, so that's not even going to be happening tomorrow. So I'm going to be building the engine later after the review, maybe around like 6 or 7 o'clock later today is when I'm going to start, because I have to do that review as well, and it's 2 o'clock now, so I've got to find. I don't think the review will take me too long, because it's not very an in-depth kind of item. I'm just going to kind of show you around it. It's really cool though. Anyways, so I'm going to go see if he needs any more help, because we're going to be starting pretty soon. I think my granddad is finished eating, so he's been here helping me, or I've been here helping him, really. And then my parents, they're actually at the cancer center to get just infusions and stuff. He was really weak and tired last night, so I'm not too shocked. It still sucks, but I'm not too shocked that he needed platelets and blood and all sorts of stuff. So he's getting a few infusions. He's probably going to be home a little later, and we're going to be finished pretty soon because there's not much left to do in the way of moving stuff around. So I don't think it'll take us too much longer. This stupid lawnmower, it's acting up again, basically. It's not starting. I had gotten it started for a couple seconds, and I drove it maybe about 5 feet, and then it was acting like the engine was flooded. And it was working just yesterday because my cousin had brought it back over here just fine, so I don't know what the deal is. Alright, I'm gonna really quickly take a shower. After that, I think I'm able to do the review. I'm gonna take as quick a shower as possible because dinner is coming up, and my parents are gonna be home pretty soon, I hope. It's coming up being later than we had expected, but like I said, I'm not entirely surprised. He did have to have a few transfusions and everything of platelets and blood and all of that, so I'm not too surprised. It just kind of sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a shower really quick, and then the review. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Haha, I got you, didn't I? I got you guys. Anyways, seriously, here's the review. Here is the review of the base egg. This is the device. I've been using it for a day and a night now, and I've been getting myself gradually familiar with it. It basically, here are the hard basics. This 1 pound device sits on any kind of material that you would want it to make sound of, and it literally forces this part right here to vibrate, and then as it's touching whatever material or object, whatever it's touching, it will turn into a speaker because of the vibrations coming from this device. Now, as you see right here, it's got a 20-watt output power, and it takes 5-volt DC, and it's really easy to charge. You just use this one right here. I'll show you this cord in a second. But anyways, yeah, it's just kind of a 20-watt power output when it comes to bass. And when I mean bass, it has bass. It's in the name. But anyways, it's got a lot of bass to it. Quite a bit. It says 20 watts, but I think that it multiplies by 5 when it's touching some form of wood. So if I were to be playing something on this and then place it on this wood table, it would be much more bass, it would feel. Now I got this skin as well. It's basically just the skin for the just the base egg itself, and it slips on, but it fits very snug. So this is it's a rubber kind of thing, so it's kind of stretchy, but it's a very stiff rubber. It doesn't like stretching that much. So when I was trying to put this on at first, it was kind of difficult. I think you've got to use it a couple times just to get used to it. And then taking it off was difficult, because if you take it off from the top, you stretch that part and it turns white right here, which just means rubber. It's stretching too hard and too far, so, you know, that's just kind of a downside of the material that it's made of. It's a very nice, smooth material as well, though. Now, here is the owner's manual kind of dealio. It just kind of tells you everything is a speaker. Literally anything you place it on, like all these things on this page right here, it will turn into a speaker. It's kind of crazy. The way it works is when you want to connect it to your device for the first time, you grab the device and you flip this switch right here to either this side, which is the on, which means you have to plug this in so that you can plug a 3.5mm jack as well into your device. Or you can just turn on Bluetooth, and then it'll find the device and turn blue after it finds the device. Now these are the sweet spots. Basically, these are the 3 right here, but 6 things that work the best for this kind of device when you want to make sound. The wood I have found to be number 1. It trumps everything else. It's really good. It says deep bass and rich mids. It definitely does, but I think the high ends are pretty good as well. I guess it just depends on what kind of wood you're using. I'm using oak wood that's on the dinner table in our kitchen. Glass has clear, transparent sound. I have tried it on glass, and it works pretty well. The bass is sort of there, but it's mostly high ends, and somewhat mid, but it's mostly high end. Metal, strong bass, and thumpsmanship. That really says thumpsmanship. Do you know what that means? I don't. Post a comment. Tell me what that means. And then here are some more. Fiberglass. They have it on a yacht. It would probably turn that whole yacht into a speaker, because I did test this on fiberglass and it was the same quality of sound all the way around. So it's just kind of really good as well. Coolers. I have not tried it on a cooler yet. I'm going to, but I just haven't yet, so I don't know how to tell you. It says spacious sound performance, so it might be pretty good, but I don't know. Animals. I tried it on Yoda. I tried it on Lola. Not recommended though. She didn't like it much. She just kind of walked off. She was like, "Hey, you jerk. Why'd you do that?" But so anyways, yeah. So to charge it, it's fairly simple. You just plug it into any device that has USB that can connect to this. It's just a simple USB port. Or you can probably also use like your phone charger, disconnect your cord and plug it into the wall outlet using that. This is also pretty cool. Everything is a speaker. That's on the little manual here. It's pretty neat. Now, I was using this earlier this morning. I used it earlier this morning and I literally put this against the wall outside in the living room, and all you could hear was the entire wall turned into a speaker. Now, I literally was not doing anything other than putting this up against the wall like that. That's all I was doing, and it turned the entire wall into a speaker. By the way, this skin is not very easy to take off. I kind of wish it was a little easier to take off, but it's just not. Anyways, back to the story. This thing does not care what it's sitting on, or how big it is sitting, or how big the object is that it's sitting on. It's going to become a speaker. And that was what surprised me the most, was because I was expecting this to work, and I was expecting it to be pretty cool, but I was not expecting it to be epic like this thing. It is just crazy. Like, if I were to set this, for instance, on a yacht, like they had in the book, if I were to set this on a yacht, it would probably most likely turn the entire thing, which is fiberglass, into a speaker, without even trying. Now onto this cord. I don't know the overall length of this cord, but basically it's just got one port that goes into the actual device, the base egg. It's just a simple port. I can't remember the name of this end, but then on the other end it has two parts to it. It's got one is just a USB for charging kind of detail and everything, and then the other one is the 3.5mm audio jack that you would plug into, say, your cell phone of some sort. And I have not tested it out just because the Bluetooth on its own is really high quality. But I have not tested out if there's any foreseeable difference, any noticeable difference. I haven't tested it out. I'm sure there's not that big of a difference, but I mean, I haven't tested it out, so I don't know for sure. But yeah. So this is just the cord. It's fairly straightforward and simple. I'm gonna say this. I really like how they combined the charging aspect of it and the audio aspect of it. I really like that, because I always end up losing either the charging cord or the sound cord for some of these Bluetooth sound devices that I have. So it's really nice that they just kind of combined them on the same cord. Now, the base egg itself has a glass top, and as you can see, it's easily smudgeable. It's very easy to get fingerprints on and dust and stuff. So if you wipe it off with, say, your shirt, or like a cleaner, like a microfiber cloth that comes with your cell phone or something, I think you'll be fine. It'll just come right off. The bottom as well, this foot, the actual part that sits on the objects, it gets dusty quickly as well, because it's made of like a rubber, so it's sticky, and it picks up dust like a Swiffer. So that will also have to be cleaned from time to time. I'm so far very happy about the performance of this device. It really has a high quality level that I was not expecting. I thought this was going to be a really fun thing to use every now and then, but I think this is my go-to Bluetooth speaker from now. I think for an overall score for this, I would give it probably about an 8.5 out of 10. The only downsides, really, are this is kind of easily smudgy. That's a really small downside. That's easily fixable. Same with this. This is a small downside. But a big downside is when you're trying to play music, and this is... I easily give this a 4 out of 5. The only thing I don't like about it, well, not necessarily it, but this. It's the combo of them together. This is not very easy to take off, because it's a little worrying, because if I put it, if I have it on, and I were to try to pull it off like this part stretches right here and it turns white, which on rubber means that it's stretching past its limits, and that might break. It might break in the future, so if you ever get one of these skins, just be kind of careful with it. The other reason I gave it a 4 out of 5 is when you're playing songs that are extremely bassy, like the very, very heavy bass kind of songs. If you don't have this suction cupped to the table and you don't notice, this thing bounces around like crazy. So it does that really hard, and it's kind of annoying, and then everything on the table shakes because it's flipping out. So you gotta make sure this little suction cup is kept clean so that it can properly suction cup to the table. So for an expensive speaker, it's pretty good. I mean, honestly, I haven't found anything I don't like about it yet. I'm sure after like a week or so, I'll find something to complain about. But after a day and night, I actually used this to edit my video with. I set it up on the little stand that's connected to the wall, and it turned that stand and the wall into a speaker, and it was very clear. I was able to actually edit my entire video last night from this, so it was very handy, and it worked great. I mean, honestly, there's no complaints from it from last night. So this is everything I got pertaining to this device. This is the jack and power again. And I haven't tested the audio quality from just the 3.5mm jack, but I'm sure it's gonna be slightly better than Bluetooth. I mean, it's always gonna be slightly better, but I don't know how much better. I haven't really tested it. But all in all, I haven't had to test it because the Bluetooth quality is extremely high. So, with no complaints really to put to a textbook, this is set. This is a good device. I give it a 4 out of 5. And I quite honestly enjoy using this thing. It is just awesome. So anyways, if you're able to shell out $100 and get this device, I highly recommend it. And that was the base egg review. I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to, since my desk is all cleared off as you saw, I'm going to try and build, or we'll start building that V8 engine, because I really want to get that thing running. I really want to build it as well. It looks like so much fun to do. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna get as much done as I can. It's already 9:21 though, so I don't think it'll be much. But yeah, so if you liked that review, please leave a thumbs up. It took a little while because I had to use my dad's phone to record part of it, and then I switched back to my phone so that I could just record with it because his phone was dying and I needed to send those videos back over to this phone. So it took a little while. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna get building on my V8 engine now. Okay, never mind. My dad wanted I asked my dad if he wanted to do it with me tomorrow, and he did say yes. So I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to start on it, just because tomorrow is gonna be kind of like last prep day for Irma. We're gonna do as much as we can to make sure our home is not blown away. I think the house, the walls and stuff will be okay, just because all the outside exterior walls are like 8-inch thick cement bricks in between the wood. So I think we'll be okay in that sense. But we've got to figure out something for the windows probably. We do have to move the grill back in. We just have a couple things. The silly well over there that we don't use. Just a couple things. But anyways, so I'm going to save it for tomorrow, just because after we're done with all that, we're not going to have anything to do because we can't go out or anything. It's all going to be closed for the hurricane. So yeah, I'm going to save it until tomorrow. Alright, my phone is almost out of battery and it's almost out of storage, so I've got to call it here. Thank you all so much for watching this video today. Good night to all of you, and see all of you in the morning tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that was fast talking. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching the review as well. Leave a like if you liked it, and I will see you all in the morning tomorrow.